was in prison that I learned that it didn't matter what gang you were in, because we had so much in common, it was scary. I got to know Latin kings, vice lords, skinheads, Aryan nations, you name it, all kind of people. And we were kind of forced to get to know each other because we're stuck in this hole together. And you know what? I walked out of that prison realizing these guys ain't no different than me. We've all been sold a whole bunch of lies that we bought. When I asked one of the first guys I met, his name was Leo, I asked Leo, why do you hate me? And Leo said, I don't know, cause you folks. That was it. Not that I had ever did anything to him, but it was this, because I decided to belong to a certain group, we automatically became enemies, but there was no real reason for us to be enemies. But when I got to know Leo, you know what? Leo had a very similar childhood like mine. When I got to know that skinhead next to me on my right, he had a very similar life like mine. We were all angry and hurt and lost. We had no answers and no direction. And we were looking for direction from wherever we could get it from. Your life inside of a gang is going to lead to a few places. The first is dead-end loyalty. I want you to remember that term, dead-end loyalty. Because you will have to do things that will put you and your family at risk to maintain that relationship. You will have to sacrifice your life or your freedom or your family or your time with your family to maintain that image that you're trying to hang on to right now. Now, let's not leave the ladies who love them out. Because those of you who support these boys while they're doing this crap are playing a crucial role in this too. And just like with my girlfriends, just like with the mothers of my children, you're the ones left holding the kids by yourself. You're the ones trying to make ends meet by yourself. By yourself. 9 times out of 10. And here's how you know this is true. Because if me as a man cannot be responsible and have no self-respect, why would you think it would be any different if I'm in a relationship with you? You got to take us for what we are. You got to see how we're treating the women in our lives, our mothers, our sisters, our community members. If I'm not doing any good there, I guarantee it's just a matter of time before you get dogged out by me too. You got to give it time to get to know these young men. And if they're gangbanging, if they're slanging, hustling, guess what, ladies? You will never love them enough to make them change. Your stuff ain't that good. You need to understand that. There is nothing so special about what you're going to do for this young man to make him change. It's not up to you to make him change. He has to change. And if you have any self-respect as a young man in this room or as a young lady in this room, you're not going to want to support anything that leaves people getting hurt or victimized. Because gangbanging is ruining your communities, it's ruining your schools. You got to come to school worried about if you're going to leave or not. If somebody's going to bring a gun in here, if somebody's going to be outside fighting. That's not a good environment for learning, is it? No. It is not. I want to say, here's the last thing I want to say. By taking responsibility for my life, not only have I changed my life, but I'm helping change the lives of other people. But I can't do it alone. Some of you in this room might have to step up and fill the shoes of the men that you're going to hear talk today. And the women here who made this possible. We need help. And quite frankly, I'm getting to that age where some of you are starting to think I'm too old to do this anymore. So that's where you come in. You don't have to support violence and aggression to be a man. You don't. Young men, I ain't no punk, but I don't have to flex my muscles every day to prove that. I live a good life and I let my actions speak for me. I want to say thank you for your time. You guys are the bomb. I appreciate it. Thank you.